The Nigerian Customs Service is celebrating what it calls a major breakthrough in the fight against smuggling in Adamawa State. In 8 weeks, operatives have made 55 significant seizures along key smuggling corridors in the state. Seizures that are valued at over 181,603,550 naira. Addressing journalists in Yola, the Controller General of Customs, Dr. Bashir Adewale, represented by the National Coordinator of Operation Wild Wing of the Nigerian Customs Service, said the feat reflects the service strengthening operations aimed at blocking illegal trade routes and safeguarding the nation's economy.
The seized items include 184,006 liters of PMS, packed in 2,642 jerry cans of 25 liters capacity each. 11,256 liters of PMS deposited in a filling station and 485 drums of 220 liters capacity each, intended to be smuggled out of the country, and 2 large wooden boats that serve as means of conveyance. Let me reiterate that this operation is geared towards energy and food security to foster economic growth in line with the core mandates of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR.
The intensified operations are in line with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's directive to protect Nigeria's energy and food supply chain from sabotage. The service says it is working tirelessly to frustrate smuggling cartels whose activities threatens national security.
At reposition all its machineries across the area of its responsibilities and ensuring that the border becomes airtight. This has made it more difficult for economic saboteurs to carry out their smuggling activities.
Smuggling activities strongly disrupt our effort to promote trade, industry, and economic growth. To bring smuggling activities to its knees to require the collective responsibility of all state actors.
With the latest seizure, the Customs Service believes Operation Wild Wing is yielding results and says it will only intensify its presence as part of effort to protect the Nigeria's economic stability. JC Daniel, TVC News, Yola.
And Jesse Daniels is joining me on news from the States. Jesse, you reported that Customs made 55 major seizures in just 8 weeks. For viewers, what exactly are the types of items that were seized and what makes these seizures major in operational terms?
Well, thank you so much, Studio. Today is a bright and beautiful day here in the city of Yola, and as you already are aware, the Adamawa State is the land of beauty. And also, as the federal government continue to be able to ensure that brings policies and programs that will be able to promote better economic activities within the country, the Nigerian Customs Service will saddle with the responsibility of promoting trade in Nigeria. Also, the area command, you are aware that the area command of Adamawa and Taraba is situated here in Yola, Adamawa State. So the Customs Service here in Adamawa State, through collaborative efforts with local authorities and also intelligence sharing with other security agencies within Adamawa State, have been able to crack down on some of the smugglers. And this smuggling activity that were done are mostly of petroleum products and also food items that actually help to improve our economy, the economy within the country. But then these economic saboteurs are also bent with this. When they begin to smuggle things into the country, they begin to hamper on the economy, the strength of the economy of the Nigerian state. So within Adamawa State, you're aware that Adamawa State share a significant border with the nation of Cameroon. Also, the major route around Mubi axis and also through the River Niger down into the Republic of Cameroon. So this economic saboteurs, who we refer to as them as smugglers, actually take on this activity. So most of the items that have been seized are petroleum products and food items. So the Nigerian Customs Service here within Adamawa State Command and also Taraba State Command had a major crackdown on the smugglers.
Right, Jesse.
The state, and so therefore is building hope.
Yeah, Jesse, as you said, Adamawa shares borders with Cameroon, which is often exploited by smugglers. So did officials explain how cross-border collaboration is working or not working in stopping these smuggling networks?
Well, for this particular briefing, they have not made mention of how this cross-border collaboration is actually working. They have not briefed us on that. But then the latest that we have is that they are working with local sources, local authorities, persons from the local government, from the traditional rulers, and also community members within the community. Because some of the smugglers they use local routes deep into the forest and also the creeks within the communities. That is what they actually use to be able to carry out their activities within the state. But as a way of promoting this particular, as a way of promoting national security and a way of promoting economic stability, the Nigerian Customs Service is working directly with the grassroots, just at the community level, and they are enjoying those particular intelligence that they usually used to get because they understand the terrain much more better even than the custom officials here.
Right.
So mostly it is about local intelligence that is being carried out here. It's a collaborative effort and a team spirit of true patriotism that the Nigerian Customs Service is adopting.
Right, TVC News, just say Daniel, thank you. Now let's move on down south. Residents in Cross River State have commended Governor Basio for the formal recognition of former governors in a newly unveiled Hall of Fame. Tina Kweke has the story.
Honor is most meaningful when it meets people in their lifetime. And that was the spirit of the evening as Cross River State gathered to celebrate its former governors in a rare moment that blended leadership, gratitude, and history. Beneath the warm glow of the night, their portraits were unveiled, the state scroll signed, and commemorative flags presented. A simple but profound acknowledgement of the men who helped shape the state through different eras.
I am thoroughly excited and impressed to find that 32 years after I left office, people still remember me, particularly the government.
For Governor Basio, too, the event was not just a tribute to the past, but an invitation to deepen continuity and collective responsibility for the state's future.
Tonight, I have the honor to perform a trial baptism of addressing us, honoring our predecessors and great leaders, and switching on the highest symbolic response.
And as the morning broke, the mood shifted from celebration to reflection.
Standing here right at the Millennium Park, and this is the Hall of Fame, a tribute to
display, and is featuring framed portraits of all former civilian governors. Yes, civilian governors, and also civilian governors. Yes, civilian governors, and also with officials to appreciate past leaders and help them strengthen the to appreciate past leaders and help them strengthen the unity of the state.
So from your interaction with
Unity of the state.
So from your interaction with attendees, Paolo restates commitment to implementing disability laws. The pledge made during the 2025 International Day for Persons with Disabilities in Benin City
announce to you that request is granted.
For many in attendance, the governor's reaffirmation signals continuity and assurance that disability laws will not remain on paper but will translate into real improvements in healthcare access, education, transportation, and social protection.
So I want to plead with government as well. Let's take into consideration how to make the lives of people living with disability a lot more easier for them.
Your presence is transformative. It tells every child with a disability, every wheelchair user, every deaf youth, and every person with ability, every person that's visually impaired, that they matters in Edo State, and that their future is recognized in both the SHINE agendas and the renewed hope.
The International Day for Persons with Disability serves as a global reminder that inclusion is not a privilege but a right, and in Edo State, the Okpebholo administration says it is working to ensure that every citizen has a place, a voice, and a future. Valentine Osumbo, TVC News, Benin.
Well, that's about it for the news. But Precious, quite interesting reportage we got from our reporters. You know, the one I spoke with in Adamawa, who told us that the Nigeria Customs actually recorded 55 seizures and making, which actually worth over 181.6 million naira. And people still continuously bring in counterfeits, bring in draws, bring in contraband, etc., despite all these seizures being made by the customs.
And sometimes it's not even, because people get really emotional when it's about smuggling, the seizures, because sometimes it's not even that these goods are fake. It's because we've heard from, I think it was at some point there was a conversation around the smuggling of our own oil, right, our own petrol into neighboring countries. Sometimes it's not that the goods are fake. It's really about protecting our own supply chain and ensuring that we have sufficiency first, because what people do is to then take some of these items to other countries. It increases in value of making more money in those countries than you would have made here, but then we are suffering because we don't have enough supply. And so beyond just protecting Nigerians from counterfeit, there's also the protecting, of sufficiency for us first as a country. And so people get emotional with sometimes when these goods are destroyed and you wonder, oh, these are people's businesses, but we also have to protect ourselves. And this is our border. We just let people go in and out. We see people die from fake drugs. Because people who benefit, it's a whole cartel.
Absolutely.
It's a whole cartel.
And it's quite interesting when you get some people going outside of the country, for instance, Benin Republic, to purchase vehicle, very brand new vehicle, very nice, and then they give it to the smugglers to bring it down to Nigeria. By the time they deliver it to their owners, then you're asking yourself, was this what I bought from the other country? So I think it also behoves the government to ensure that local content is available to the entire nation, so much so that people won't have to go outside of the country to purchase any goods whatsoever.
And I think another thing that would behove on the government really, since we're talking about government, role of government, is to also ensure, because you mentioned the issue of cars, ensure that import duties are also not so high. Because sometimes,
because I understand you pay as high as
at the port,
the amount
you really have to pay a lot at the port, and people are saying, look, reduce it so that we don't have to go through all of these routes where we don't have to pay so much to bring in cars.
Absolutely.
Or other goods that need to be imported. Thank you so much, Ibrahim, for that update. News from the state, rather. We'll be back tomorrow with Ibrahim Sheta. But that's TVC News this hour. For more updates on the stories we're monitoring, you can visit our website. It's www.tvcnews.tv. You can also follow us on our social media handles. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and on X at TVC News NG. We also have updates for you on WhatsApp and Telegram at TVC News Nigeria. On YouTube or live at TVC News Nigeria. Thanks